Today we are talking about Medicare Part C, commonly called Medicare Advantage. If you're losing benefits for any reason or new to Medicare, you can call now because you may be eligible for plans in your zip code with additional benefits or cost savings you may not be receiving now or that may have previously not been available to you. Different Part C plans are available in different parts of the country, so don't wait. Call the number on the screen now. You should call now even if you've called before. We will check to see if there is a Part C plan available in your area with additional benefits and potential cost savings. Call to speak with a licensed insurance agent and find out if you are eligible for a special enrollment period. You don't get Medicare Part C benefits automatically, so call now for your free 2025 no obligation Medicare benefits review.
Just call 800-318-6248. 800-318-6248.
Baby Einstein on the go. Riding, sailing, and soaring. On the go. On the go. Play. Play. Repeat play. Languages. English, French, Spanish. Bonus material about Baby Einstein. Discovery cards.
Your 7-day forecast. Bicycle.
Bicycle. Bus.
Carl never really thought much of his credit scores until he got Credit Karma and used his scores to score more. Life is less humble. Intimate Credit Karma. Karma you can count on. Download the app today.
One of the biggest challenges my clients face is buying and selling a home at the same time. That's why who you work with matters. With HomeLight, we're able to help our clients buy and sell at the same time. It's the most game-changing product in real estate today.
Car.
There's a truck. There's a dump truck. There's a dump truck right there.
There's an easier way to bank and get up to $500 in 5 minutes or less when you download Dave.
Dump truck.
And good morning, and thanks for joining us here on AccuWeather Early. I'm Bernie Rayner.
Fire engine.
Mariella Scalise on a Monday, the final one though of February.
The fire engine.
It was a short month, so it feels kind of good after January. It feels rather long after the
The
holidays.
fire
After
engine.
the holidays, and plus we've had such a bout of
Fire
cold
engine.
across much of the country. I think a lot of people are looking forward to spring, and across the country, it feels more like spring here this week. Certainly compared to last week. You can see on the satellite picture we have 3 storms that we're watching.
Yeah, we'll take a closer look at each of these here across Florida, where we've been dealing with the areas of rain across parts of the Midwest and over to the
Motorcycle.
West Coast as well. As we put some motion here, and you'll see the way the storms
What about
are
this?
moving as our weather travels here west east.
All right, we also, the biggest of the storms is that
There's
west
snowmobile.
that's really starting to intensify.
Snowmobile.
There's going to be a soaking rain today, especially this afternoon tonight from Seattle toward Portland. Once again, though, the rain stays well north of Southern California, where it really can be used.
Well, our first glance at this map this morning,
Snowmobile.
there's no cold air. I mean, all the major cities posted here. The coolest spot is 45 in Billings, but 51 today in Minneapolis, 63 in Charlotte,
Stroller.
72 in Dallas.
Our top story this morning is the heavy rain, though, moving through Florida with soaking conditions expected through tonight. Along with the rain, there can be
Stroller.
a few thunderstorms. We're not looking at widespread severe weather, but certainly there can be
Stroller.
some downpours, especially in South Florida later today.
In the
Train.
northwest, a final storm system moving
Train.
through Washington and Oregon, bringing heavy rain and strong winds along the coast. Those snow levels will drop to near past levels tonight into Tuesday, with a few, if not several inches expected.
All right, meanwhile, in the Northeast, soak it
train.
in
I'm
after
soaking
we've
it in.
had a lot of cold. And you know what? Especially
There's a
from
tricycle.
interior
I used to
sections
have one
of
of
the
these at the old
Northeast,
house.
northwest of the 95. A lot
There's a
of clouds
tricycle.
over the last few days,
There's a
but the
bike.
weekend turned out bright
That's a
today.
bike.
It's absolutely spectacular.
I could just smile at this camera all day. The sun is so inviting out there, and it's not that deceiving sunshine. What did Bernie call it last week? Ineffective sunshine. This will be very effective. Meanwhile, a view into Florida. Looks like some families doing some vacationing. I think still the same person with the hat still out there this morning. Love that.
Truck.
Hug of the family. It's too sweet. It's too sweet. All right. Enjoying some time out there this morning. Hopefully on a nice little family vacation, or I don't know, maybe they're locals as well. I don't know their story, but I do know the story across Florida is that it has been dry. We've been seeing less rainfall than we typically would at this time of year. That's what this map represents, and kind of closing in on the Florida Peninsula. Notice the percentage from 0 up to 300%. So that's looking 100% would be that we've seen the rainfall that we typically see up to this point, but we've seen well below that, actually below 40% of the normal rainfall. So not a surprise that's ongoing dry, drought, even areas of severe drought south of Tampa, including even West Palm Beach on the severe drought conditions across Florida. So the rainfall is beneficial, though maybe making for a bit of a miserable Monday. Heaviest rain into central and south Florida with some thunderstorms moving on in later this afternoon.
Canoe.
Temperature-wise, we're mild despite
There's a
the
ship.
heavier precipitation, but
There's a ship.
below the historical average in a city like Miami at 70.
Ocean liner.
75 in West Palm Beach.
I mean, it's an ocean
Tampa and
liner.
Fort Myers, upper 60s, and then actually a little bit warmer representing U.S. rainfall farther north.
Ocean liner.
Tallahassee, although Jacksonville into the lower 60s. Heavy rainfall.
Ocean liner.
Ocean liner.
Orlando, most of the lightning still offshore and getting a nice little break here at times around Cape Coral. We'll see things pick up though a bit more in intensity with the rainfall as we get into the afternoon. I also think that's when we could have some stronger thunderstorms here. Again, not looking at any kind of organized severe weather. That being said, won't be surprised if we do have some winds up to about 50 miles per hour with some of these downpours as we head into tonight. This evening, still heavy rainfall, if not another batch making its way from west to east across the Florida Peninsula, and then starting to dry out from northwest to southeast as we head into tonight. So you can see in Miami and West Palm Beach where it's still raining tomorrow morning with some thunderstorms. We're drying out from Orlando to Tampa. So tonight, not a completely dry night, but I think the heaviest of the precipitation for the majority of us starts to move on out. We'll still watch for some thunderstorms and heavier rain from Miami to West Palm Beach, and a clearer sky, a nice night in Pensacola and Tallahassee. It'll be a gorgeous day tomorrow with sunny and 75 for a lot of us, if not even warmer than that in Tallahassee, nearly 80 degrees on Tuesday.
Sailboard.
Tampa at 74. We'll watch still a few showers from Fort Myers down to Miami through the day on Friday as represented by our map. Farther north, though, it is a mild stretch across most of the southeast, Nashville over to Raleigh. A nicer week ahead. So Orlando, rain and cool temperatures for today. We'll see some showers sticking around Tuesday. Then we warm up significantly before about a 10-degree temperature drop by Friday.
Sailboat.
Well, heavy rain here has been falling into the northwest over the last few days.
Yeah, a few days. I mean, Seattle, Portland had anywhere between an inch and a half, inch and 3/4, but some spots a heck of a lot more along the coast and in the mountains. Here's just a few of them. Hood River at 9.27. Take a look at Brookings at 8.07. Those are coastal locations, of course. Mount St. Helens in southern Washington, 8.7 inches of precipitation. Wet, 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 and we're not done. Here's the strongest storm of the trio. This is the last one, and this is getting better and better organized. You can see this swirl as this really starts to intensify. It'll continue to rapidly intensify until it moves onshore in western Washington tonight. It may be what we call a farm cyclone. What's that? That's a storm that deepens intensely in 24 hours. The criteria is 24 millibars in 24 hours or greater than that in less than 24 hours. This is going to come very close to that. And these storms always have two things, rain and wind, and this will be no exception. Already some rain pushing in toward Portland. It'll continue to move northward along the 5, Seattle, Bellingham. The rain will be this afternoon. Watch it push northward here. Then I think we're looking at a couple of showers mid to late afternoon. And then here comes the storm, and with that, here comes the wind. This will be a windswept rain along the 5 here from Bellingham, Seattle, all the way down to Corvallis, Eugene, even Medford, although the heaviest will be north of Medford. And those winds are going to be very strong along the coast and in the mountains. Here comes the snow in the Cascades. Now, initially, snow levels are going to be above pass level. Now, above 6,000 feet, you'll get 1 to 2 feet of snow, but lesser amounts once you get down to the passes because it takes until later tonight for those snow levels to fall as the storm comes inland. The winds continue along the coast and in the mountains as we head through the rest of tonight. How much snow?
Glider.
It's not a huge snow producer in the mountains, but it's enough that's going to cause problems. And remember, the winds are going to be quite strong here. We're going to have wind gusts here, at least 40 to 60 miles per hour. Windiest spots in the mountains. Maybe 60 to 80 miles per hour, and that goes for the coast as well. So there could be some problems here with some
hang
power outages
glider.
and down trees. Also, one other thing to consider out ahead of the storm, there's going to be a surge of warm air and also gusty winds across Idaho and
The hang
Montana. Because of
glider.
that, the snowpack is going to be very unstable. Hang glider. Avalanche warnings in those areas. Stay out of the backcountry.
Right outside of
Helicopter.
Pittsburgh, it's time for the big three, where we look at the other big weather stories that we are following for you today. And it keeps improving in Pittsburgh this morning. Clouds clearing, temperatures coming on up. Pittsburgh will be a place that we kind of get little rounds of warmth and cold over the next few days. But overall, it's feeling more like the end of March in the Northeast.
Including in many areas today, like Pittsburgh, Charleston in the middle 50s. Look at Washington, D.C., closing in on 60
Hotter
degrees
balloon.
this afternoon.
Don't worry, we will get to 60 degrees here in D.C. over the next few days. Look at that, 64 tomorrow, 61 on Wednesday, and 60 on Thursday. New York City making its climb, too, to some of the warmest air we've seen in some 2 months.
Hot air balloon. Temperatures. The first will be as we get into Friday and Saturday as our storm tracks across New York State. Then another storm happens this weekend, and with that, it'll feel like, back to February as we start the new work week.
Although it will be March, so a little confusing.
February, March, February, yeah.
Big story number 2 here, even warmer actually than the Northeast. Parasail. 60s today.
Parasail.
Kansas City's in the lower 60s. Chicago, Green Bay, Indianapolis.
Discovery cards. Guess what I'm draw. Guess what I'm drawing. Guess what I'm drawing. Let's sing together. Toy chest. Languages. About little Einsteins. English and French only.
And then lastly, let's go to where it's the warmest. That's across Texas, where last week it was cold. Dallas was in the 30s. 72 degrees today.
Yeah, much nicer. The chill even made its way down to Corpus Christi. We're 74 today. How about 80s across parts of
I'm gonna
North
let
Texas?
you
And it
see
gets even
real
warmer
quick.
here tomorrow as our flow changes a bit as
I'm
our
gonna
high
let
pressure
you
moves
see.
over Louisiana.
Without temperature.
Oh, when I get home.
Dallas in the
Wait till
middle
get home,
70s.
right?
Del Rio in at 88 degrees in Corpus Christi. Roll approach changing as well.
Yeah, so certainly heating on up, temperatures going up, but the flight cancellations going down.
Quiet flight conditions most of this week because we really don't have any big storms to talk about here. So 100 or less throughout the rest of this week. Your AccuWeather flight cancellation forecast here. So good news here. Let's talk about today. We've had some minor delays off and on in Dallas, but nothing of concern here.